Welcome to the Friday HR Happy Hour work break with Steve. Flying solo today, but that's okay. I was supposed to be here yesterday and I screwed it up. I actually was just kind of busy, but we're here on a Friday, summer Friday, and I'm glad I waited till Friday because today is my favorite Friday of every month. Yes, it's Jobs Friday. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released the jobs report for the prior month for July. Came out this morning. You probably have seen the headline numbers, but in case you haven't, I'll repeat them. Huge job growth in July, 943,000 jobs added. Man, just shy of 1 million jobs, which beat most estimates for job growth. The unemployment rate dipped sharply in the United States, down 0.5%, down to 5.4%, was 5.9% in June. There's about 8.7 million folks still officially unemployed, according to the BLS data. And we're still just under 6 million jobs, 5.7 million jobs below in the economy, the number of jobs that were in the labor force prior to the pandemic in February 2020. Labor force participation ticked up just a touch as well. A couple things to note if you dig into the numbers: biggest gains in jobs in June, leisure and hospitality, right? So your restaurants, your bars, your hotels, places that are seeing more traffic and more business, up 380,000 jobs, and local government education up 221,000 jobs. So together, those two segments of the economy make up about 600,000 of the just under 1 million jobs gains. Makes sense, right? Based on what we're seeing and how people are getting out more and places are more crowded. And why are jobs coming back? Why? Places are reopening, of course, but another reason why more businesses are able to onboard workers, right? Wages are going up. The data showed wage increases across the board, but also just read the news, right? I follow this really closely. This week, CVS Health, a very, very large employer, raising their employee minimum wage to $15 an hour, effective by July of 2022. Amazon, Costco, Target, they all have, prior to this news, raised their minimum wages to $15 an hour. And there's upward pressure on employers of all kinds, particularly in the hourly workforce, to continue to raise wages in order to attract applicants and to hire people and to retain them. It's interesting, like we've been arguing in this country for years about minimum wages. Federal level minimum wages, state level minimum wages, in some cases, municipal level minimum wages. But over time, at least in this labor market, what we're seeing is the market itself is increasing minimum wages. It just is. And if you're a business that needs to compete in your local area with the likes of Target, Costco, Amazon, and now CVS Health and plenty more, you're going to be forced to raise wages too, or make other considerations to benefits, time off, flexible working, whatever that right mix is going to be for your business in order to try to attract employees. It's such an interesting labor market. We did a show on the Happy Hour about a month or so ago, prior to the last jobs report, with Nick Bunker from Indeed. And I'd love to get him back on maybe to comment a little bit about this jobs report. I'll be digging into it a little more next week. We'll probably talk about it some more as well. So that's the labor market news. I have a couple other things I want to get to. I usually clear out my notes on the Friday show with Trish. Since she's not here today, I can't be stopped. I'm going through the notes. I want to congratulate our friends at Culture Amp. They're a great company, employee engagement platform, lots of other things too. They recently announced a $100 million raise to bring their valuation up to $1.5 billion, which is pretty awesome. They're going to be investing a ton in product development and R&D and enhancing their platform. They've got about 4,000 customers serving 25 million employees. So I just want to congratulate them. That's pretty cool news. And I think it's always great news for me, right? I'm in the HR tech space for the HR tech conference and other things, to see lots of investment pouring into the HR tech space. It's continued really throughout the pandemic and continues even now. A couple other fun things just before I sign off for the day. As you can tell from my snappy dressing here, I'm a GQ reader, GQ.com reader. I have been for years. This week, GQ.com had a great article called "The Oral History of Don't Fear the Reaper," right? The legendary 70s, or I think it came out in 75 or 76, Blue Oyster Cult song, which I'm sure you know, and you may know it from the famous Saturday Night Live sketch, the More Cowbell sketch, right? When they're doing Christopher Walken's asking for more cowbell in the "Don't Fear the Reaper" recording sessions. I watched it again after I read the article, and I hadn't seen the sketch in a number of years. It's still really, really funny. But the article is great. But I just have one comment about the song itself. I had to re-listen to the song too after reading the article. And after listening to the song "Don't Fear the Reaper," I actually was in more fear of the Reaper, oddly enough. So in some ways, the song is a failure in that manner. But I do love the song, and I do encourage you to check out the article on GQ.com. Last thing, I think KFC. I had KFC for the first time a couple of weeks ago in literally years. Just basic on the road tripping on the side of the highway chicken sandwich from the KFC. It was pretty awesome, by the way. KFC announced they're opening up a pop-up hotel in London for 11 nights, August 18th through 29th, in the hotel rooms in this KFC hotel, which I guess is probably just a real hotel that they're rebranding for a few weeks or 10 days or so. There's going to be a press for chicken button, like on the nightstand next to the bed there, a big red button. So you just slam that button, press for chicken, boom, room service KFC chicken shows up in the room like in minutes or something. And I think that'd be pretty awesome. I don't know if we're even allowed to go over to London right now. I have no idea. It's really hard to kind of track and monitor travel restrictions these days. So I probably will not be in London for the KFC pop-up hotel. But if you are, check it out. Just search KFC pop-up hotel, press for chicken, August 18th through 29th. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, last thing for me. HR Tech Conference is coming up in just over a month and a half. I'm doing a webinar next Tuesday, August 10th, kind of an HR Tech Conference sneak peek preview, some things I want to highlight about the conference, answer some questions, some tips and tricks, probably slide in some of my Vegas recommendations, the things I like to do. Love to learn more about what you guys like to do in Vegas too. It's totally free webinar. It's next Tuesday. Go check it out at hrtechconference.com if you want to sign up for that. We've got like many hundreds of people signed up already. I'd like to crack like 1,000 people on that webinar. So please do go ahead and sign up for that if you've got some time, or you're thinking about coming to HR Tech in the fall, or you're coming and just want to get an update on what's happening with the conference. So I'm super excited to be doing that. So that's next week. And then last, check out all the stuff, hrhappyhour.net. All the shows are there. We've had some great shows on the podcast this week, some more coming up. We recorded one this week with our friend Gene Meister about the 21 HR jobs of the future and some other things, 5 important imperatives for HR leaders moving forward as well. Some recent research she's done, and she's awesome. And so she'll be on the show in a week or two. So, all right, that's it. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of the Olympics. USA basketball going for the gold medal. I think it's like midnight Eastern time tonight. I don't know if I can stay up in my advanced age, but I might try. But that's it. Thanks for checking out the show this week. We'll see you back here next week on Monday. All right. Take care, everyone.